Is Smash Bros. Ultimate about to get a really interesting new character? Well, these developers have an idea of their own. Let's talk about it. Block content. What's happening, my Blocked buddies, and welcome to a brand new episode of Blocked Content's Leak Speak. My name is Callum, and this is going to be your content for today. Now, it's been a little while since we've done an episode, I think about a week now. We took a little bit of a break to kind of, get our bearings a little bit. There have been a lot of things changing behind the scenes here at Blocked Content, and all things that are, going to be very beneficial to the channel. New and different types of content are coming, and we're generally just working on making the channel better. So thank you guys so much for joining us today. We have some really fun stuff to discuss, and well, not the least of which is all this stuff about Hades and all the characters in that, and potentially some crossover with Super Smash Bros. That's going to make a lot of you guys really happy. Now, we get to talk about Supergiant actually wanting to have their character in of the game, which is going to be so much fun if it actually happens, because there are so many fans of this specific franchise, and people are just going to generally be so happy about this. So I really want to know if you guys are big fans of this franchise, if you guys really want to see what is going on with this franchise, and if that actually will be coming to Smash Bros. Ultimate, because if you are a fan and you specifically really like the movesets and the way that these games work, well, it could potentially really work well for Smash Brothers, just because I think Sakurai shares some very similar views on characters like this and even play styles like the Hades game. So I would love to see something like that happen, and of course we're waiting for those final two newcomers to finally emerge, right? So I'm generally really curious when we will find out what is going on with those newcomers, when we'll get more info, and if it will be at all similar to what this is, right, with the Hades characters. And also, I've been answering many of you guys' questions about Smash Ultimate and new fighters in our show Question Block, where I answer your questions. What is your favorite game? How do you start making YouTube videos? Whatever you can think of, send your question through to blockedcontentmail@gmail.com, and I will answer your questions live in our next Question Blocked episode. So let's talk all about this. And that's, of course, first talking about all the information about Hades and the devs potentially wanting this character to appear in Smash Brothers. This comes to us from ScreenRant.com and was originally posted by Riley Little, saying, Smash Bros. Ultimate, Hades devs would want to see Zacarias added. Supergiant Games has confirmed that the team would love to see Hades protagonist Zacarias join the Smash Bros. Ultimate roster, and if I mispronounced that name, I am sorry, especially to my brother who really loves this game. The leading character of the incredibly popular indie title Hades might be found squaring off against the likes of Mario and Banjo-Kazooie in Smash Bros. Ultimate. If the game's developer Supergiant Games gets its way, the indie game quickly became one of the best reviewed titles of 2020 after it's made its console exclusive debut on Nintendo Switch. It was such a bona fide hit in the eyes of Nintendo that the company is now gone to publish Hades, a physical copy of the game, on its current console. Given the success of Hades and how close Nintendo has worked with Supergiant Games to bring it to the Switch in a meaningful way, fan chatter about more collaborations was unavoidable. Honestly, it was inevitable that gamers would begin speculating on if this meant Hades content would appear in Nintendo's premier crossover fighting game, Smash Bros. So now that Hades has become a smash hit game, and Nintendo stands to benefit financially from its success as the publisher behind the physical version on the store shelves, will it happen? It's tough to say, but the developers behind Hades would wholeheartedly actually support this. During a recent interview behind Supergiant game writer and designer Greg Kasavin, and the topic of Hades protagonist Zacarias joining the roster of Smash Ultimate was brought up. Kasavin was quite optimistic about the prospect of a personal level, noting how faithful the characters added to the game are to their mainline series. He said, yes, of course, read nothing into this whatsoever. On a personal level, I think that would be amazing. Smash does a great job of adapting characters so faithfully, sometimes even more faithfully from the games where these characters actually come from. I'm a big Neo Geo fighting game fan, and they brought in Terry Bogard, so yes, I think they would do an incredible incredible job of it, but it's one of those things I'm sure they have a very, very long list. Seeing Hades, well, Zacarias join the fray would be a welcomed one. But yeah, Kazavin's likely not wrong to suggest that there's likely a long list of other gaming characters that Nintendo has considered for a DLC slot in Smash Ultimate. At least, from a fan perspective, there are several major gaming icons that Smash fans are hoping to see added. Of course, fans have learned to never say never when it comes down to who may show up in the title after the likes of Sephiroth from Final Fantasy VII and Steve from Minecraft were added to Smash Bros. Ultimate. Right now, one of the biggest requests for Smash Ultimate is Crash, whose most recent game was only just brought to Nintendo Switch. While that seems like a no-brainer win for Crash Bandicoot owner Activision and Nintendo, the DLC thus far has proven to be nothing if not unpredictable. With that said, whoever shows up next, here's hoping they will make for a worthwhile addition. And a little bit more information comes to us from, yes, thegamer.com, and it's an exclusive saying that Supergiant would love to see Zacarias in Smash Bros. Ultimate, originally posted by Jade King. In a recent chat with The Gamer, Supergiant Games' Greg Kazavin said that he would love to see Zacarias make his way into Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Speaking to The Gamer ahead of this week's BAFTA Game Awards, Supergiant Games' Greg Kazavin said that he would love to see Hades' dreamy hero in the Nintendo crossover brawler. Hades has taken the gaming world by storm since its 1.0 launch and unexpected release on Nintendo Switch, drawing in millions of players and endless critical acclaim. We caught up with Craig Kazavin, the game's lead writer and creative director, to talk about its success, diversity, and how Supergiant has dealt with such an overwhelming amount of attention in recent months. Aside from all the serious chat, we couldn't help but nudge Kazavin about the possibility of Zacarias being added to Smash Bros. Ultimate and what such a crossover could mean. And then, of course, the quote, well, given the high-profile release of Hades on Nintendo Switch and the universal love for its gorgeous interpretation of the Greek pantheon, well, Zacarias would be an excellent fit for Smash Bros. Ultimate. That, and watching him batter with Wario and Minecraft Steve sounds like the best kind of fever dream. The BAFTA Gaming Awards will take place on Thursday, March 25th, and Supergiant Games Hades is nominated for EE Game of the Year, Artistic Achievement, Game Design, Music, Narrative, Original Property, and Best Performer in a Supporting Role. Chances are it will be going home with some gold in its pockets. You can watch the awards for yourself, of course, online. Now, I'm really curious if you guys have any very specific thoughts about Hades in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. It is, of course, a huge deal, and I can't wait to find out if a character like that will actually find its way to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Now, of course, this game being so popular, and actually now, of course, having appeared on Nintendo Switch as a physical copy, it means that they really see potential in the franchise. And, of course, a lot of people are going to be saying that it could be a little bit similar to Pit, right? So do you think Zacarias will actually come to Smash Brothers? Your answer could be featured in our next video. So put it down in the comments below, and maybe your comment will be featured in our next video. And, of course, let's talk a little bit more about our previous comment question winner, and it comes to us from our user Viper017, going on to say, I don't think the Mii costume rule is a made-up fan rule, but rather more of a hard to confirm, and here's why. Nintendo wouldn't make you pay for a Mii costume for a character that they know they weren't going to add that character in a separate fighter later on as DLC. If I release a DLC Mii costume that you have to pay for, why would I then release the same look again as a full-fledged fighter later on in the same game that you also have to pay money for? Not only would it make the Mii costume obsolete, but it would essentially be asking the player to pay for the same thing twice. That's why people like Geno are hard deconfirmed, at least in my eyes. I could be wrong, because Nintendo wouldn't make you pay for a Geno costume if the new Geno as a fighter was on the way. And Viper, I think that you're correct in this. It would be totally strange to have both people pay for a Mii costume, and then when the character actually comes out, then have to pay again for that very same character. I mean, you said it best with that Geno analogy over there. That is actually just what we're getting. Everyone knew when we saw that costume that this is going to be it for Geno fans. He is not coming to the game in any sort of different way. It's just going to be this. So thank you guys so much for sending in your comments. These are always a ton of fun to read through. And of course, a huge thanks to our Patreon users and everyone sending in their, super chats during live streams. You guys make block content possible. So thank you everyone who has joined Patreon done the past couple of months. You guys rock and you guys make this channel possible. So if you want to have any sort of special treatment, press subscribe, hit that like button, and I'll talk to you guys later. It's been incredible to talk to you guys on the daily. I'm sorry we were away for a little bit, but block content is back. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you around the corner.